Sorry, guys. Since the dawn of our existence, since the earliest echoes of civilization and the first whispers of faith, humanity has carried a truth deeper than doctrine and older than any text. Across traditions, cultures, and centuries, we are united by one simple, radiant ideal: to care for one another. The Christian scripture urges us in John 3:18, "Let us not love with words or speech, but with action and in truth." In the Torah, Vayikra 25:35 pleads, "If your brother becomes poor, you shall support him." In Islam, the concept of sadaqah, voluntary charity for the sake of Allah, is not just an act. It is a sacred reflection of compassion. These teachings, though born from different corners of the world, echo the same ancient wisdom. The instinct to give is not a coincidence, it is a calling. It is imprinted on the human spirit. To give, to serve, to extend a hand. This is not merely a virtue, but an essential part of what it means to be alive. Charity is not an accessory to society, it is the root foundation. It fuels connection, it sparks gratitude, and it binds us to one another in the shared pursuit for something greater than ourselves. Without those among us willing to be generous, willing to act, we lose the very glue that holds our humanity together. But now we must ask ourselves, is this the truth? Charity is more than the truth. It is the heartbeat of life itself. Every one of us has felt it, the impulse to help, to uplift, to give back. It flickers in us like a small flame, sometimes sparked by love, sometimes by empathy, sometimes even by a shared pain. But the difference between wishing and doing is courage. The truth demands action, and if we are unwilling to step outside our own comfort zone to serve others, can we say we've truly honored the spirit of compassion we all claim to hold? Love thy neighbor is more than a quote. It is a challenge to rise, to sacrifice, and to see beyond ourselves. To look into the eyes of a stranger and see a neighbor. To hear the cries of a distant nation and feel the echo in our own hearts. To recognize that giving is not a burden, it is a privilege. And so we must ask again, is it fair to all concerned? Only when we all participate in fairness does love bloom. When charity becomes not the duty of the few, but the culture of the many, we begin to realize how alike we all truly are. Fairness in this light is not on a balancing scale, but in a shared effort. One that calls on us to lean in, to lift up, and to live with purpose. In a world that often tries to separate and isolate us, giving becomes our way back to one another. Now, will this build goodwill and better friendships? This answer is almost absolute. Service dissolves the barriers that have been fortified between us. It reveals the beautiful truth that kindness truly has no borders. Charity draws together the most unlikely companions, bound by the simple desire to do something good. In that shared purpose, friendships are forged, empathy grows, and we begin to rediscover our collective soul. It is through giving that we remember none of us are truly alone. When we serve, we don't just reach out, we reach across differences, across dividends, and across every line the world has drawn to try to separate us. And finally, it must be beneficial to all concerned. This answer is almost undeniable. Charity is not about what is given, but about what is gained. Wisdom, humility, and a deeper understanding of the world and of ourselves. As we serve, as we lift, we grow. As we serve, we learn. Service inspires not only transformation in others, but a profound change within ourselves. It shapes our character, it deepens our values, and it reminds us of our shared humanity. There's a phrase that many of us may know, and in fact, all of us should be familiar with it. Service above self. It is more than a motto. It is a way of being. When we open our hearts, when we give not from excess, but from love, we create a ripple that extends far beyond what you or I can see. Through service, we don't just strengthen society, we strengthen our souls, our connections, in our hearts. So let us not speak merely of love, but let us live it. Thank you.